Welcome, welcome. This is Dr. Suryadeep Majumder streaming from live from Old Trafford, and with me is the very magical, the very dynamic, the very sensational Susmit. Rasmus Hojlund is in the house. Eric Ten Hag has got the transfer that he was waiting for. An unproven striker, just like another Anthony. Susmit, what are your views on this?
I think this was something which all the United fans were hoping for. Uh, Finally, a number nine coming in after so many years, and the best part is that he's not even above 30. So he's such a young striker, and I think I have a feeling that he might do good over the years.
Well, he did score quite a few goals in the previous club where he was. I'm talking about before he came to Atlanta from that time onwards. But right now, he is here in the English Premier League, unproven. What do you feel is going to be his impact in the Premier League? Is he going to be another Haaland scoring 50 goals, or he turn out to be another Darwin Núñez scoring no goals?
Well, you cannot expect too much in the first season. Obviously, we know that Premier League is not that easy, and I don't like the comparison which everybody is making with Haaland, because just because the name starts with H and he's also fair looking, you cannot just compare the two players. They are different type of players. But the highlights, the game I have seen, what he has shown for Atlanta or his previous clubs, I think he has got the potential. He has got speed, because if you have noticed, he has clocked 100 meters. He has got a distance of 100 meters within 10 seconds. I think that is something which not many players can do. And his finishing, I think the power he generates into his shots is amazing. So, and a 20-year-old scoring 9 or 10 goals in his first season, that too, if people are talking about him scoring only 10 goals, but they're forgetting that every time he came from the bench and he scored. So he's almost getting 20 to 25 minutes to score those goals in each game. So I think that is something which is very good, and I expect him to get better under Eric Ten Hag's guidance. So let's see.
Well, the last couple of transfers, including the one that I'm talking about last year, Anthony, and now Mason Mount, Andre Onana, as well as Rasmus Hojlund. Uh, Overpriced, you think, or do you feel that United are more focused on the positional awareness and what Eric Ten Hag is looking forward in his teams and accordingly getting the players at the right positions? And do you feel also that in such an expensive acquisition is going to fit in perfectly in the side, and how do you see about it? So I'm talking about the price tag as well as the impact that he's going to have. What are your views?
I think the price is very high, yes, because most of the transfers which United are doing, they are horrible in doing business. That everybody knows. They really don't know how to negotiate the price. But it's okay as long as Eric Ten Hag is getting his transfers, the player he's requiring to have at United. So if that is happening, I don't mind them scoring too much. Yes, paying 95 million. I don't know exactly the fee. I think 95 million it was for Anthony. I think that is crazy. I think Anthony is not that sort of player who can't even play with his right feet. He has only his left feet to play with. I think 95 million is like too much for him. But talking about this young striker Rasmus Hojlund, I think I won't mind giving that much transfer fee for that player who is only going to get better. So I
So
feel that that's a good business.
undoubtedly, he's going to be starting up front this season for United. But along with that, there is also a backup cover that is required. So now, with Rasmus Hojlund coming in at number nine, Mason Mount playing in as a winger, Anthony playing in as a number nine, where do you see Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, and how do you see him linking up with the other players? What are your views on that?
I think if you have watched the preseason games, we got a glimpse of how Eric Ten Hag is trying to play. He's trying to play Mount in the midfield along with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes as a number 10. So and once the game starts playing, there are almost like 5 to 6 players who are moving right ahead with Casemiro right there behind them. So it is turning out to be a 3-1-5 or 3-1-6 type of formation, which is happening. And Onana is obviously playing little high, so that moves the defense a lot higher. Yes, that is risky, but that is something which Eric Ten Hag wants to take, because he has got hold of how United really plays or how he wants them to play. So I think you'll see a lot of things during this season, because he is obviously trying to implement his type of play now. because he's got already one season into his belt, so he knows how the Premier League now goes. So let's see how he does it.
Final question for this particular video, Shushmit. What are your predictions about Rasmus Hojlund in this particular season? Do you think he's going to break Erling Haaland's record, or how many goals do you think he's going to score?
Well, I won't set any benchmark for him because I think he's a young striker. But if he manages to score 10 to 15 goals in all competitions, maybe 15 goals, I think that will be like a great addition. Like, you can obviously say that this guy will only get better and better. So I don't know why, but I'm very excited about Rasmus Hojlund, and he just mentioned his pronunciation is Hojlund. So D is also silent, but he doesn't mind if anybody calls him Hojlund or Holund or whatever they want to call him. So that depends on individual to individual. But
You
I
know,
think he's going
one
to be great.
One thing that makes us stand out, you and I, are the phenomenal ways in which we end up pronouncing the football players' names wrong. With that, Shushmit, thank you so much for this phenomenal video. Of course, a lot more insights coming up. Of course, anything that you have to share to the fans for United, again, in terms of the expectations that we have towards Rasmus Hojlund before we end the video.
I think it will be great, and you're going to get a lot more from our videos as well, and from Rasmus Hojlund as well. We are all of us will only get better and better.
Beautiful. If you've come this far, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, and comment what is the next thing that you want us to talk about. And guess what? We're going to keep bringing in such phenomenal videos. Shushmit might drop off, but he's still holding on, and we are still going to bring him to share his feedback. Thank you so much, Shushmit. Take care. Take care, everyone.